morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Change of Command ceremony for U.S. Naval Mobile Construction Battalion 4, in which Commander Angel Santiago, Civil Engineer Corps, United States Navy, will be relieved by Commander Troy Brown, Civil Engineer Corps, United States Navy. The Change of Command ceremony today is an honored product of our rich heritage of naval tradition. Custom is established that this ceremony remains formal and impressive, designed to strengthen the respect for authority that is vital to any military organization. The history of the change of command dates back to the late 1600s. Many countries were just beginning to establish professional navies. Prior to that time, if a country needed a navy, they would contract out civilian ships. After the need was satisfied, those ships would return to their civilian trade. As countries began maintaining full-time warships, they developed the procedure for turning over command of the vessels. An incoming captain of a ship would carry his pennant aboard, muster the crew, and read his orders, thus taking command of the ship. By reading his orders, the new captain would assume formal and legal responsibility. Through the centuries, the reading of the orders to the crew became more formalized and eventually led to the ceremonies seen in today's modern Navy. This simple procedure signifies the transfer of authority, responsibility, and accountability from one commanding officer to another. We are pleased to have you join us this morning and observe this momentous occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem, performed by Ms. Monica Santiago. Standing as Chaplain Travis Davis delivers the invocation.
Let us pray. Holy and faithful God, we gather today to commemorate another chapter of heritage and tradition in 244 years of the U.S. Navy and 78 years of the U.S. Navy Sea Beams. We thank you, God, for the steadfast and courageous leadership of Commander Santiago, Mara, and the support of their children, Monica and Andy. We welcome Commander Brown, Ella, Bailey, Lillian, and Dana back to NMCB 4, looking forward and proceeding with hope and encouragement to a future of humble and faithful leadership and service. Although the circumstances that we find ourselves in seem uncertain at times, your presence, Lord, remains constant. We ask that your blessings be upon this ceremony and the new chapters in the lives of the Santiagos, the Browns, and the NMCB4 family. We ask for your leadership, your protection, your wisdom, your grace, and your mercy be upon each and every one of us in our journeys to come. in the name of the one who empowers us to serve. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Today, Commander Angel Santiago, Civil Engineer Corps, United States Navy, will relinquish command of U.S. Naval Mobile Construction Battalion 4 to Commander Troy Brown, Civil Engineer Corps, United States Navy. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce to you the commanding officer of U.S. Naval Mobile Construction Battalion 4, Commander Angel Santiago.
All right, now I can see. We're up. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to NMCB 4's socially distanced COVID-19 proper change of command ceremony. And by that I mean about all 10 of us that are here, my family, the Brown family, and hopefully tons of friends and families joining us online on Facebook Live. So thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. Well, so you all know me, right? I am not one for long speeches and speaking for a long time, but even when I wrote speeches for way back Primal Slates, I give them about 2 minutes worth of remarks for a retirement ceremony, and he come back and give me a ration for not spending enough time recognizing the right things. So for this occasion, I'd be remiss if I don't speak for a little longer and talk about a couple of things and people that we've shared experiences on our journey. To the Brown family first, Ella, Dana, Lillian, welcome back to NMCB 4 and to Port Hueneme. Jake and Garrett, welcome to the Navy Seabees and our family. I heard you grew up part of a military family yourselves. Thank you for your service to our nation and continuing to support our military services. I heard you also speak a little Navy, but we're gonna keep it military-centric, so we all understand our Navy lingo. But in all seriousness, to the Brown family, it is a great pleasure to welcome you aboard. Your family has been on this Navy journey for about a couple of years, give or take 25 or so. So it's pretty amazing to be a part of your special occasion as you rise to the pinnacle tour and taking command of the best civil battalion in the NCF. Welcome again. All right, Andy, Monica, more on you later. Hoorah. I can do this up front, right? If I choke, it's done, right? So later on, to the Change of Command Committee, I know you led and a fantastic effort to come up with an awesome change of command in the grinder, and especially you, Jake Donahue, Lieutenant Jake Donahue, and Chief Sayum, and the entire team. And we changed your plan about once a day or so over the last month and a half. But honestly, this is truly fantastic. You know me, I like, closer stuff, and I'm not for a lot of attention to myself, so thank you for putting it together today. This is truly fantastic. My dad told me to get the hard stuff through first. So I have to pause and recognize some that we lost along the way. While the departure from our family came too early, we definitely remember them. For my tenure, we lost UT2 Esla, Construction Whitmire, and BU3 Bradley. Jerry, Shannon, and Amber Esla, Warren and Margaret Whitmire, and Jim and Teresa Bradley. Thank you for sharing them with us. Your loss will forever remain my personal loss, and I'll continue to carry them with me. Please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. All right, when we set the course for this change of command many months ago, Troy and I came up to a very easy decision. Who was gonna be the guest speaker at today's change of command ceremony? A mentor to both of us for many years, a former CEO of NMCB 4 himself, and my very own personal mentor of the killing knife hand. Right? He knows. Sir, happy birthday today. I bet you thought I would forget, but happy birthday to you. No coincidence that we wanted you here today to help celebrate your birthday. But in all seriousness, I know you couldn't join us today because of the COVID restrictions in place. But know that we know that you'll be here and that you're here in heart. And I know in a heartbeat you will be here if you're allowed to travel from Italy. Our best regards to you, Michelle, Katie, Claire, and Mary, and thank you for the many years of leadership and mentorship. Neither Troy nor me would be here today if it wasn't for you. Through the course of my 2 years, there have been a ton of people that have supported our command and helped me along the way. Mara knows this. I require about daily leadership, or mentorship. I'm sorry, right? Exo knows this as well, and so is Command Master Chief. So I'll be remiss if I don't mention some of those mentors like Captain McAllister, Captain Reef Miller, Captain Kurgan, Captain Som, Hayes, Meyer, Scott, Nino, Flood, Stasic, Harder, Tobias, and many, many other now captains that have crossed our paths and shaped us into who we are today. Skipper Neiman, Michelle, not really here, I just pointed that way, but Michelle, welcome, and a shout out to you. Skipper Carey, Commando, and Carol, still serving as COs of our NCF units out there. Welcome and thank you for your newly daily leadership and mentorship of the Santiago character. For our host here, Captain Chisholm at NBBC, he's always been absolutely wonderful, and the base has supported our battalion day in and day out. Thank you, sir, for your help. All right, Master Chief Johnson, Master Chief Arnold, Master Chief Sharp, Master Chief T.R. Martinez, Melbourne, Kennedy, Odell, Bailey, and so many others that just in this tour were assigned the tough challenge of keeping me real, right? So thank you to you all as well. Now, a special cadre of people that got to put up with me on the admin hard days. I have to say thanks as well. Our command yeoman over the last 2 years, Juan Plata, Juan Williamson, Juan Ortega Diaz, Juan Worley, Juan Smith, Juan Johnson, acting on and off for the days, and even Jen back in the regiment now with the group. Thank you so much. You have been key enablers of my tour, and I truly appreciate your patience as you put up with me for 2 years, and Jen for 2 more before. All right, seriously important to our command is our FRG and our embossment. I've made no secret that they are critically important to us and to me personally. During my tour, we were blessed to have in the FRG Melissa, Beth, and Felicia on my first year, Heather, Chelsea, and Izzy on my second year. Heather, I don't think you're here, but hoorah, shout out to you. But thank you, ladies, for the wonderful work that you do every day. To our ombudsman, on my first year, I had Aaron and Chelsea. Now moved on to different commands. On my second year, I had Anna, Cassia, and Kindred. Thank you as well. The FRG and ombudsman and their selfless service to our families made this command a real home and a family to all of us. And I can't thank you enough for what you do for all of us. All right, to our chief's mess and our wardrobe. Thank you for leading our battalion and our troops every single day. We've gone through very interesting times, and today is just one example. Just think back, effects 2 years ago, about a month and a half, 2 months, well, about 3 months into my command tour, and have it to evacuate people from our field exercise so they could come home and take care of their families. So it's been an interesting journey. Your untiring leadership guided us to success at every turn, and it represents the finest in our Navy. Chief's Mess, I owe you yet another one. Now, to the warden, if you're wondering if my stories for the R6 doing comms links to the moon and back are true, Senior Chief Rodrigo, now retired, will probably be around the grounds a little later, so you can go ask him. Again, thanks, Mike, for your leadership and mentoring a young lieutenant, taking me to where I am today. Chief's Mess, I owe you yet another one. All right, XO, what a fantastic performance. This gentleman signed up for 3 years. He's going on his 3rd year now as XO, and believe me, I'm no stranger to the XO job myself. And I know it's tough. You and Jen are truly fantastic leaders in our family, in our command. When I came to 4, I only asked for like simple stuff, right? A good XO and a good command master chief to help me on my command tour, right? So I truly lucked out. Girl, I think Mara was betting that I would drive you insane one day, but it seems like you survived. So, Troy, you got a good one. All right, and you will be an amazing skipper one day, by the way. Hoorah. Matthew Johnson, I know you're in Gulfport, my friend, and you can't be here to help us celebrate, but you've been a true brother, and I couldn't not ask for a better command master chief for my entire 2 years. Master McKinney, sorry I couldn't get to spend a lot more time with you, but the last month or so has been pretty fantastic. I wish you and your wife the very best as you start your tour with NMCB 4. The battalion is in great hands. All right, chaps, I gotta give you a shout out, right? Not Jaquana, I don't think she's here, right? But hey, I have to thank you publicly for one huge thing. Thank you for helping me indulge in my sweet tooth. Hoorah! Hey, no, thank you also for lending me your, especially in the difficult times. It was great to know that I could come talk to you and express what I was feeling and kind of have a good sounding board. So thank you for the 2 years of good mentorship and close friendship as we continue on. I know the Navy's in great hands, and you and Jaquana make us better every single day. Thank you, and congratulations on your orders to go serve with the Marines. All right, to the men and women of NMCB 4. In my family, we use this word. I think you're the awesomest battalion ever. Let me tell you a story I haven't told a lot of people until Facebook Live, right? So it's all good. About 5 years ago, give or take 15, 16 or more years, I told the CCO I was only given 2 more years to the Navy, and that was out, right? Thank God he had a sense of humor. Later on, I ran into some dudes by the last names of Sealand and Burson, who were charged with young Ensign J.E. Santiago. So God bless them for that. But they managed to convince me to do one more tour and sign up to go try this thing called the CBs. I was like, all right, yeah, I'll take a challenge. I'll do that. And about, how long was it? Like 2 months later, right? We're off to NMCB 74, right? Off to our 3rd PCS at the time. So I was hooked. I've been fighting my way back into the CBs ever since, and proud to say today that we finished our 5th CB tour, which is pretty amazing. And it is all because of you, our troops. You are the most amazing people our country has to offer, and I've been blessed to lead you through this process. CBs gave me professional meaning, purpose, and a passion for a common and noble goal. Back in my younger days, my parents and I, we didn't have a whole lot of things, but they did instill a couple of things that serve me today and govern the principles that drive my life daily. Things like doing your best at everything every day. Things like helping those around you with no expectations. And things like aspiring to be a better version of yourself in the future than you are today. And things like family means everything, and you will always take care of your family. These are amongst the things that I try to pass on to you, and it's my hope that I was able to impact your life for the better or maintain it. I'm extremely proud of all the hard work you do. I've asked that you give me your best each and every day, on and off duty. And I've asked that you lead, trust, and care for each other. Together we did that, and we built chapters on the amazing legacy of the CBs. As I mentioned before, you are the skipper's dream team. And it's been the privilege of my life and my career to serve, represent, and lead you over the last 2 years. Now to my awesome family. We'll start with the online people first. Mom, Dad, we're not going to Disneyland, sorry. My knucklehead sisters, not going to Disneyland either, so it's all good. But a shout out to you, and I love you all. Thank you for your support over the last 2 years, especially being big Facebook advocates and supporting our battalion. Mara, Andy, Monica, finally get to you, right? Thank you for your support during this tour. Happy we were able to spend the last 4 years here in Port Hueneme, longer than we have in any other place over the last 23, 4 years or so, executing our 14th move, and it's held to our career norm. Mara has done just about everything. so thank you, honey. But I can't wait for the adventures that await us and maybe base gets out with NAFA Northwest. Andy, I'm proud of you. Hoorah, bro. Graduating UC Davis during our tour here. Glad I was able to come to your graduation. Thank you, Captain McAllister. And I'm so proud that you joined the Navy family, supporting the Navy family as a career professional in the Navy team. Monica, I'm proud of you. Pretty fantastic graduating high school this tour. Happy I was here for it too. I was planning on not, but happy that I was here. By the way, great rendition of the national anthem. Good thing? Absolutely. Congratulations. All right, Mara, what can I say about you? You're a knucklehead too, but you get to put up with me, so I guess I'm a bigger knucklehead. But finally, a tour in Port Hueneme. It's been 22-ish years in the making, and we even got to celebrate your 29th birthday here last year. So that's fantastic, right? I think it was Senior Gary that once told me, he was our HBL at the time, on my first year. He said, "Sorry, this is easy stuff. You just have to marry her, right?" Well, he was darn correct. So I definitely did that. And even during this tour, we still managed to find new things. Mara has been my barber for the last 4 months. Thank you, honey. High-end tights are good. Because I couldn't be shaggy not even for 2 weeks. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for so much you have done for my entire career to getting me to this point. I know it's been challenging, but I try hard, especially for helping our command families as well, and helping in anything and everything that you could. It's pretty fantastic. You're a true gift in the life of my life. Now pause. This is what's awkward, right? Typically we have a young gung-ho good ensign that helps us with handling some stuff, but I gotta do it myself, so hold on. Let's take care of the girls first. Obviously, I can't do flowers for a 23-year-old young man, so we're doing something different.
Troy, I'm almost done, I promise, man.
Oh, look, it's the last page, man. Enjoy my last couple of minutes this year. All right, here we go. This is the end. But I'm going to leave you with the fine words of a young man called John Paul Jones, father of the Navy, for those non-Navy guys, who reached out to the first generation of American people volunteering for our naval service. And he said, much like today, right? It was absolutely troubled times. So he said this: "Sign on, young man, and sail with me. The stature of our homeland is no more than the measure of ourselves. Our job is to keep the torch of freedom burning for all. This is a solemn purpose. We call on the young, the brave, and the strong, and the free. Heed my call, come to the sea, come sail with me. NMCB4, you had heeded my call and joined me on this 2-year voyage. Together we have weathered many storms and celebrated many victories, and many more await. I leave you in great hands, and I ask that you support Commander Brown as you continue your voyage into uncertain days ahead. You are for, and you will always succeed. Thank you all for joining us, and I wish you a great Navy Day. Hoorah for! Hoorah! Almost forgot about the orders part, so it's all good. I do want to let go, don't worry. I will now read my orders. UPERS orders 3169. Official change of duty orders when directed by reporting senior, detached from NMCB 4. Sir, I'm ready to be relieved.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce Commander Troy Brown.
I will now read my orders. UPERS orders 2819, official change of duty orders. When directed by reporting senior, report to commanding officer, U.S. Naval Mobile Construction Battalion 4, for duty as his relief. Sir, I am ready to relieve you.
Command Master Chief, deliver the colors to the commanding officer. History records many epic struggles in which men and women fought tenaciously to their death to keep their colors flying. The passing of the commanding colors from one commanding officer to another is a time-honored tradition signifying the turnover of the command. Coupled with the simple statements, I relieve you, sir, and I stand relieved. Complete and total authority and responsibility for the command is passed and assumed. The colors of U.S. Naval Mobile Construction Battalion 4, which are transferred today, are representative of this traditional military custom. As the colors are transferred from Commander Santiago, Commander Brown is not merely assuming authority to command, he is also assuming responsibility for protecting the colors and maintaining the high standards and proud traditions which have been trademarks of the United States Navy for over 2 centuries.
Sir, I relieve you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce to you the commanding officer of U.S. Naval Mobile Construction Battalion 4, Commander Troy Brown.
Hoorah for! Hoorah! I cannot begin to tell you how honored and humbled I am to have the opportunity to serve with you. 25 years ago, I reported to Port Hueneme, California as EACM Brown. At that time, I could not have anticipated I would eventually be joining the Naval Mobile Construction Battalion 4 team as our commanding officer. It's been an amazing journey, filled with great challenges and unexpected opportunities. I would not be here today without the support of my hometown communities in Oregon, those who I have served with around the globe, and my family, who is always there for me. Thanks to the countless teams of people who have guided, developed, and mentored me over the years. I want to give a special thanks to the Navy Chiefs as they have provided me sage guidance every step of my Navy journey. All the wardrooms I've been a part of, and especially the JOs of NMCB 3 from 1995 to 1998, who I was not directly a part of, but as they taught me what it means to be all in. The civilian teams that have made bases more than just places, like those from Fallon, Nevada, Shinhae, Korea, Washington, D.C., and of course the place where I spent most of my Navy career, Fort Hueneme, California. To Tim Marinelli and Chief Dave Gutierrez, my brothers who have always been there for me, and my family. Although COVID prevented my dad, my sister, my brothers and sisters-in-law, dozens of nieces and nephews, and even crazy Uncle Mike from attending today. I thank all of you for your support to me, and especially to Ella and our 3 daughters, Bailey, Lillian, and Dana. Ella, you've been with me and supported me for over 25 years, built the Brown family team into something we can be proud of. As I assume command of this is for you, Angel, fantastic battalion, hoorah, I also want to thank Skipper Santiago, his wife Mara, and the entire NMCB 4 team for turning over a command to be proud of. I have had a great turnover meeting with departments, companies, the Family Readiness Group leadership, and ombudsman. I appreciate what everyone on the NMCB 4 team has done from pre-arrival coordination through today's ceremony to smooth my transition as we navigate today's challenges in the Navy together. To the men and women of NMCB 4, I am proud to be serving my 4th Battalion tour with you. The successes I've experienced over my career are all attributable to being part of high-performing teams like NMCB 4 is today. I pledge to be all in as part of the NMCB 4 team, working together, leveraging our diverse knowledge, skills, and abilities to turn challenges into opportunities and accomplishments. As a team of teams, we will develop leaders at every level and focus on building each other's personal and professional readiness as a mechanism for resilience and success. Together, we will face today's evolving threats and write the next chapter in NMCB 4's enduring legacy while accomplishing the nation's tasking. In closing, I ask everyone to remember the rich CB heritage and think of the words inscribed on the CB Memorial at Arlington. With compassion for others, we build, we fight for peace with freedom. Hoorah for! Hoorah! XO, set the watch.
Aye, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the benediction.
Let us pray. Holy and loving God, as we prepare to depart, we ask your blessings on the Santiago and Brown families. We express gratitude to Commander Santiago and his family for faithful service to NMCB 4. Lord, bless their travels and new adventures in their next destination. Lord, we welcome with encouragement Commander Brown and his family to the battalion. We ask you, Lord, for his vision and intent for the command to be fulfilled and realized according to your will and purpose. Help us as a command to remain steadfast to the values of honor, courage, and commitment as we strengthen and maintain our readiness as people, as families, and as neighbors. We celebrate the transition of leadership, responsibility, and authority, and thank you, Lord, for the assurance and hope we carry in the present and beyond. In your holy name, we pray. Amen.
concludes our ceremony. We appreciate your support and wish you a safe rest of the day.
Hurrah, Fort!
Hurrah!